Hey everybody, it's me, Kelly, your sunshine in the dark, your spiritual lighthouse, the person that you came to hang out with for a little bit on the internet. How's everybody doing today? So, I'm doing all right. It's June 4th, um, 2024. I grabbed my book like I always do and I just wrote down all my stuff. So, we're just going to go through it like we usually do. If you're new here, like we're all kind of new here, so hey, how's it going? This is how I'm starting to do stuff. So I just write down whatever comes to my mind before I come on here and record myself. So, anyways, strange story today. So I found a dead raven in the back of my truck, my work truck, and I seen it and I'm like, what the hell? And I was thinking that the other chick who was driving the truck, maybe it was her raven. I don't know. I didn't know if she was keeping it or not. I don't know what the hell's going on, right? So I just left it in there because it wasn't mine. And then I find out she talks to somebody that I know and was all like, oh, like, did Kelly, like, just leave this raven? What's with Kelly and this raven? Like, anyways, I guess it's been in there for a couple days. It wasn't mine. So I looked up the symbolism for dead crows, dead ravens, because at first I thought it was a crow until I got a closer look when I picked it out of I scooped it out of the box of my truck with a shovel and threw it in the garbage bin. So I read that the meaning of dead ravens and dead crows can symbolize death and the afterlife, and some believe that encounters with ravens could suggest a message from beyond the grave. Crows are messengers, specifically heralding the coming of a new era or event in one's life. So that was interesting. I kind of think that, like, I bring my dog out with me to work, and she sometimes won't eat her food, and it'll go stale, and she won't eat it. So I'll get her new stuff, and I'll throw her old dog food to the birds. I have like this really creepy ass, like, standing dead crow tree, like right across the way from me, like not far, and they all live in there. These crows, apparently ravens too. Anyways, so I feed them. I've been giving them this dog food, and I'm like, well, what did they do? Bring this dead grandfather crow carcass, raven carcass, as a, like, a sign of thanks and appreciation? Like, I don't know. It was really weird. So I feel like I have this connection with the birds, and I kind of feel like they brought me that thing. That was really strange and creepy. Like, just the way that it happened. Not like a dead bird's like all that creepy or whatever. I don't believe in the bad omens that are associated with that. I just don't. So that was one thing. And then it's like crazy storming here again today. And I was driving down the road and there was like this tumbleweed. And this tumbleweed was literally like racing me side by side, like down the road, like for quite a ways, like for a solid mile. This tumbleweed, like, it was interesting. So then, because it caught my attention so much, I decided to look up the spiritual meaning of a tumbleweed. I know, right? So, a tumbleweed, uh, oh yeah, it seemed alive. That's right. I wrote down here, like, the tumbleweed, it seemed alive. And it was like the way that it was blowing in the wind, like it looked like a real animal. My dog was like freaking out. Like, I thought it was a porcupine at first. Anyways, so the tumbleweed spirit represents continuing to grow, expand, and to give without being attached to a fixed root. It's a beloved symbol of grit and perseverance. Tumbleweed makes its own poetic and virtuous journey. A tumbleweed moment is a period of unresponsive silence. So I feel like we're growing and expanding and we're giving without being attached to some kind of a fixed outcome. Um, I feel like this collective, our collective, I feel like all we know is grit and perseverance. Like, that's all that that's all that we could ever do. Grit our teeth and persevere. Um, the tumbleweed makes its own poetic and virtuous journey, and I feel like as a collective, so do we. So maybe when we think about our past and all the stuff that we've done in our lives and where we've came from and where we are now, Maybe it's like a poetic kind of journey. Like maybe you're interested in writing a book, a life book, right? Whatever you want to call that. Um, so then a tumbleweed moment is a period of unresponsive silence. So maybe you're doing that. Maybe this has happened recently. Maybe something was said and somebody like gave you a tumbleweed moment of silence, like, okay, all right, nut job. Which is quite possible because, like, I mean, we can say some quite off the wall things. I mean, I can for sure. But, anyways, so tumbleweeds are mysterious with uncertain origins and unknown destinations moving across the land at the mercy of the winds. And I feel like that's us too. Like, I feel like we're these persevering tumbleweeds, like rolling through the valley, the plains, right? Trying to find each other. And I am happy that there's as many of you on here as there are. Like, I'm happy that we found each other. And I appreciate everybody's likes and shares and comments and subscribes. Like, it's really, really awesome. And thank you for interacting with me, because it's really interesting to see how people feel about this. And I enjoy it. So I'm happy to hear some feedback, and you guys are getting some stuff out of it. That's good. Awesome. So another thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, so yesterday, oh god, that scared the crap out of me. So there's a window over there, and there's like a giant like plant or whatever tree like flopping in the wind. It's terrifying. Okay, so I'm like really on edge today. Like yesterday was my first day back at work. It was night shifts, right? So I'm like, I didn't get any sleep last night. I went home. I got like 3 hours of sleep, right? I didn't get any sleep, and I just feel like fatigued. I feel like just drained today. And I wasn't even gonna come and make a video. And then the next thing I was gonna talk about was these signs of spiritual attacks. I wasn't gonna make a video because I just kept thinking, oh my god, I feel like crap. Like I didn't even want to shower when I got home. Just tired, like drained, and just feeling ugh, like no energy whatsoever. Um, so then it intrigued me, and I looked up signs of a spiritual attack, because that's kind of what I feel like is happening. It's really strange, but every time I put out these videos, I notice this feeling. So I almost feel like it's correlating, and I'm not protecting myself well enough, clearly. So I'll be doing that. So signs of spiritual attacks. This is stuff that I just want you guys to know so that way we're all on the same page. All right. So when you're overcome by physical fatigue, this is the number one symptom for no reason. Like you're just overcome by physical fatigue. Feelings of discouragement, depression, and defeat. These bad thoughts. Being overcome by anxiety. Spiritual desires are lost, or they feel dry, like dried up. When you experience many stressful situations like at the same time, it's like back to back to back, like stressful events. Why? So doubting God, the angels, archangels, spirit guides, ancestors, like, well, I don't know about ancestors, but just doubting the spiritual, doubting that there's something above, right? Um, Temptation. So maybe somebody's coming back into your life that you haven't seen for a while, and they're offering you drugs as an example. Okay, hey, how's it going, buddy? Haven't seen you in a long time. You want to get high, guy? And you're like, no, sir, I don't do that no more. I took dare as a kid in school. Okay, and you don't do it, but it's like this temptation is coming back. It's like, you want it? Come on, you want it, and you have to have that ability to say no. You have to have that willpower, because it's testing you. I feel like this is a test. Not only is this spiritual, like signs of a spiritual attack, but I feel like it's a test, right? Because you have to overcome your doubt and have faith and believe, right? And like, I don't know. Yeah, this temptation, shame, guilt, not feeling good enough. Like that's a good indicator. Um, Anxiety, fear, worry, despair, troublesome, disturbing, negative thoughts. So just all these negative thoughts rolling around. This is signs of a spiritual attack. Um, what do you want to say? It's the devil trying to. It's not just the devil, it's just negative energies, it's entities. It's just these negative things that are trying to hold you back, and keep you in this anxiety, this fear. Like, I have this anxiety tonight. I don't know why. It's creepy dark out here tonight, like completely pitch black. And it's just creepy. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Just weird stuff going on around here. I can feel it. Anyways, thoughts about going back to your old lifestyle. So, did you used to be a partier? Did you used to drink, smoke, whatever kind of things that you can imagine, all that good stuff. Well, not good stuff, but the party day kind of stuff. Is that kind of thing popping back into your reality, or are thoughts of that popping back into your reality? Like, oh, I should just go get drunk. I should just go get a drink. I should just go do this. I should just go do that. Because why does it matter anyway? I could just do it one time, blah, blah, blah. But just these negative thoughts and these negative energies, and they're lowering our vibration. So yeah, so thoughts about going back to your old lifestyle. This just happened to me the other day. So somebody literally was like offering me some dope, and I was like, no thanks, see you later. Like, it was just, no, it was weird. It made me feel dirty. I don't know, kind of bothered me that they even asked, to be honest. But yeah, so old emotional wounds resurface from the past. So, things that could have set you off, like things that have caused you PTSD, CPTSD, all right, these types of things. I'm not laughing about it, like, I definitely have it. So, you know, old emotional wounds resurface from the past. So this could just be you racing, your mind racing and thinking of all these things, and then maybe you're accepting these lies that you're creating in your head as truth, and they're just making you feel horrible. Like, it's around and around a vicious cycle, and it feels like horrible. So battling thoughts of revenge and a lack of resources, a sudden lack of resources. So I just wanted you guys to all be aware of this because there's things that we can do to protect ourselves from this. So for protection, you guys are going to have to go down to your local crystal store. Go check out your local crystal lady. I've said it once, I've said it again. You have to find your local crystal store lady. Like, we even have one here. She's cool. She's got all the good stuff, yeah. She's got nice crystals. She's got good rocks, yeah. Sorry. Okay. But for protection, use black tourmaline, black obsidian, and black onyx. You can use clear quartz and selenite. And, like, in order to raise your frequency and get away from these spiritual attacks, you're gonna have to get active, get out in nature. You can practice some meditation. Um, Being around positive people, helpful people, kind people, people that aren't trying to take from you. Okay? Doing your positive affirmations, having a healthy diet, drinking lots of water, saging, or whatever you're doing, saging, sweetgrass, palo santo, whatever you have, incense. Okay? Not doing any drugs or alcohol, and elevating your vibration through, like, music or hypnotherapy. Like, you can do that kind of thing. Okay? So I hope that was helpful for somebody. I'm happy that I decided to come and do this reading because I really wasn't feeling like it. My 3 hours of sleep didn't cut it. I don't know if you guys are tired, but I just feel, like, drained. First day back at it. So I want to see what our angels have to tell us today. Just want to know what's going on. What do I need to know? Why? If I'm feeling like this, maybe you guys are feeling like this, but I just want to know why. The truth. Mask is coming off. So maybe as we peel back layers of ourselves, like the more exposed we feel, maybe we like lose energy by doing that. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, do you see all this energy around him and around this mask? It's like this energy is being lost from his person. Like, see, it's out here, it's not in here. See how he's dark, right? So maybe in us taking off our masks or our spiritual blinders to stuff like this, like maybe it's draining us, maybe it's making us tired, or maybe just going through your like a spiritual awakening, right? The truth. You're starting to see the truth. 155, hang on, 15:55 on the clock. I just seen. And 555 is those are my numbers. Yeah, I feel like this truth is being exposed to you. So whether it's a spiritual truth, whether it's a truth from somebody that you know, or whether you're really getting into looking stuff up on the internet and you've been going down lots of rabbit holes and you're finding your own truth, like you're just you're searching, right? And you're kind of feeling a little naked. Maybe you're feeling a little naked, right? Maybe you have glasses and you feel like you don't have your glasses on. Yeah. This illusion. Maybe you feel like you're in an illusion. Maybe you're at this point of your spiritual awakening when you're like, everything's fake. Nothing's real. We're in a computer generated universe. Like, maybe you're really on one. It happens. Don't feel bad. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because I've been there. Just like you're seeing through this illusion. You're seeing the truth about this illusion. So whether that's this spiritual illusion, like the veil lifting, or you're starting to understand the difference between frequencies in 3D and 4D and 5D, you're starting to understand the difference. You're seeing the truth. You're seeing through the illusion, right? You're lifting the veil. And I noticed that these are purple and blue chakras, right? Purple and both these cards, purple and blue, and that's, I believe, your crown chakra is purple, and I believe your third eye is blue. I think. So again, with this community, you're feeling like you're part of a community finally. These guys are all dancing around, and it's like they're creating their own energy, and it's like they're all basking in each other's collective consciousness, as well as physical. It's like they're all the same. Look at the fire that they're creating. Like, it's powerful. It's I don't know. It's transmutation. This is like the phoenix energy, right? From the ashes. But finding your community. You're opening up your sacral chakra. You know, you're starting to believe. You're starting to feel like you're not crazy. You're starting to feel like better about the whole thing, for lack of better words. You're just feeling better. Feeling better with this community. You're feeling better that you've seen this truth. You're feeling better that you're peeling back this veil and this illusion of life, or this illusion of whatever's going on in your life. Maybe there's some kind of a situation where you're seeing the truth in your community, like everything was an illusion. Like maybe you're seeing that, you know, let's just say that you were a hockey mom and you thought that all these hockey moms were your friend because when they were in the hockey room with you and your girls and or whatever, your sons, they were all nice to you and shit, right? But then all of a sudden, behind your back, they're just an illusion. Like they don't tell the truth. They're gossiping. That could be something, right? I don't like to think like that. I'm more so, but it could be, right? And then the animal kingdom. These guys are wanting to connect with you, and I can feel that so much. I really feel like that bird was like some sort of a weird ancestor offering, like, here, we're going to give you our mummified ancestor. Let's throw him in the back of your truck for you. Thanks for the dog food, Kells. You know? But the animal kingdom, they have animals speak. That's funny. That's actually a book. I have this book. It's called Animals Speak. Really, really good book. You should check it out for sure. It tells you all about animal spirit guides and stuff like that. But so I see the bear, and the bear always reminds me of just Mama Bear. Nobody's gonna poke the bear. Nobody's gonna prod the bear. Nobody wants to get the bear going. So I don't know if I don't know if that's gonna resonate with you, but that's how I feel right now. I'm kind of growly, like even at my house, I'm living off of 3 hours of sleep, and I'm gone for like quite a while. I'm gone for like 12 hours a day, and yeah, I don't know. I just feel like a real grizzly. Like I need my sleep. Ah, right? Let me hibernate. I don't want to deal with you people right now. Not at this moment. I need some sleep. But anyways, these animals are trying to tell you something. Look up your animal spirit guides. Any kind of animals that are sticking out to you right now, please check it out. So yeah, year one. I think this is all about just you taking off your own mask as you seen through the illusion of life, right? Because you found your community. And these guys, they're connected to us, right? This is also divine consciousness, the animals. They're connected to that too. They're included in that. The animal kingdom and divine consciousness. Like, look, there's this rainbow in there. They're the same. They both have the little rainbow units on there. See this one over here? Like, these animals want to guide you. So if there's an animal that's always been around in your life, eagles, wolves, owls, deer, bear, right? Dogs or cats. This could be bugs. You know, if you see this kind of bug, like these animals all have meanings that they want to tell you. They have a secret to tell you. Each time an animal comes to you, or like a weird anomaly happens, like with an animal, it means something, and it's trying to tell you something, and it wants you to go digging for it. It wants you to see past the illusion of it just being an animal that people think that like there's people out there that think that animals don't feel, like they're too stupid to feel or something, um, which is obviously not true, completely ridiculous. But um, yeah, animals are very, very intuitive, and you can connect with them on a higher level, this divine consciousness. Once you raise your frequency, you'll find it easy to communicate with animals. It sounds made up, but I can like look at my dogs. Not every time, but a lot of the times I can just look at my dog and say no words to both of them and just be like and they'll like saying nothing, and they'll just go do whatever I want, right? Because they know not to poke the bear. Don't mess with Mama Bear. She's not in the mood for BS. Neither are you. Yes, these divas, these guys want to connect with you. So when you go out into the open, out into the world, when you go outdoors, find some grass, a wooded area, the sea, whatever you got, desert, doesn't matter. Whenever you go out in wherever you live, there's devas. They're like earth spirit, what are they called here? It's like they try to help the nature, like they're nature spirits, nature devas, like they're the keepers, the guardians of the nature. So they're out there, like they'll communicate with you. Bring your crystals. So go to your crystal store, get your black tourmaline, your black onyx, your selenite, whatever else I said. Grab those. Take them out with you into the open, into the nature, and like just say, what do you want to tell me? Just keep like, what do I need to know? And then just go for a walk and listen. Change is coming, yes. Change is coming. And I think you're happy about it. Yeah, I feel this enlightened change. Like there's all this like smoke, not maybe not smoke. It looks like smoke around this guy that's walking. But I feel like he's enlightened. I feel like it's an enlightened kind of thing. I feel like he's walking around in this enlightened state. And that's the change. Because maybe you're starting to notice these devas. Maybe you're starting to notice them. Maybe you're starting to notice your animal kingdom more. You're noticing them connect with you. They want to connect with you. But you have to get out there. You have to unplug, right? I'm not trying to sound preachy either, or like I'm listening to my own advice just so everybody knows. Right? Compassion, exactly. I'm on the same wavelength as you guys. Right? I'm no different. We're all the same here. You feel like you're having compassion. And compassion for yourself. And compassion for your journey. And compassion for the changes that you're going through. I feel like you have compassion for these animals now. Like maybe you can't even watch like violent movies anymore. I don't know why I heard that, but it's like there's something that's changing inside of you at a core, your core values, your core beliefs. There's something that's changing for the better, for your enlightenment, for your spiritual growth. And they're proud of you. I just heard, I'm proud of you. Yeah, and freedom. This is you. Right? You're gone. She gone. You're doing the dark night of the soul. Like that guy's right behind you. You're the white horse right now. But that black horse ain't too far behind you. So, we can't ignore the black horse. We gotta work with the black horse. Right? Yin and the yang. We gotta work together. There's gotta be a balance. And you're working on that. You're doing that. This is you. You are balanced. You're becoming this balanced person. Like maybe I don't know why I just heard maybe you have BPD or something, and your life's been wild, crazy hectic, and you've been living in chaos your whole life. And now it's like maybe you've got diagnosed and you're learning how to whatever, like you're learning how to fix it, treat it. There we go. Right? It's something like that. I'm just feeling like you're understanding that you're not crazy. I feel like you're understanding your gifts and you're listening to your gifts. Oh, I knew that guy was coming out. There's our phoenix. From the ashes. You're rising. You were this dust before. You were this dust. Everybody tried to burn you up to dust and stomp you out to nothing, burn out your flame. But then you hardened up. You learned your lessons. You dug those knives out of your back, those swords out of your back, and you used them to help you get up, right? You're on this journey. Once you get on this roller coaster, there's no stopping it. Right? There's no stopping. It's continuous. You're always going to be learning. You're always going to be evolving. You're always going to be changing. Forever changing. And as you go along, as you keep up your spiritual practices, and as you continue to communicate with the world, as if it's alive and it can hear you, as if you, I don't know, it's going to communicate with you back. It's up to you to ask your angels for assistance. Like they can't come in and interfere unless you ask. That's the thing about angels. Like they protect, like there's times that they can protect you when it's not your time to go and they're saving you, right? But you have to ask them. That's what they like. They want to be asked for help. All right? And this self-love, look at you. You are a completely different person. Like, look at what you've become. You went from this, you took your mask off, and now you're that. Like, look at what you've become. You, like, this is the two merging. This is the light and the dark. This is you with your freedom. You found your power. You got your power back. They tried to take your power. They tried to steal your power. And they couldn't do it. Yeah, because why? Because you brought yourself back. You saved yourself. You asked for help too many times from people that never helped you or couldn't help you because they didn't know how to help you until you gave yourself enough self-love. With these affirmations and everything, you realigned your chakras and everything, and you elevated your frequency. Look at you. You're shining like a star. You're bright. You're going to attract moths. Watch out for that. Remember I told you, please go to your crystal store. Get some of those crystals. You will thank me later. They really do work. People don't believe that crystals work, but I roll around with boulders in my bra all day long, man. Oh, yeah. I don't know what you guys are going to do. You're going to have to throw them in your jean pocket or whatever you got, but it's easy. Kind of easier for us. Throw them in the bra. Okay, so I wanted to use these cards just because I found that raven. Crow. It was definitely a raven, but there's a whole crow family that lives up there too. Like, there's probably like 30 crows that live in this tree. It's the creepiest looking crow tree you've ever seen. Distraction. Ah, that's so funny. Okay, so this is kind of funny because what was I talking about? So I bring my dog to work. There's this weird crow tree. Okay, it's like dead. If I wish there was more of the tree on there, but that is what it looks like. And look at that, dog food. What was I saying? I gave those crows dog food, right? I gave them the old stuff that my dog was not willing to eat, apparently. So there's some kind of a distraction going on in your life. And whether it's these people squawking, trying to keep you from your path, or whether it's your own mind distracting you, or this psychic, these psychic attacks, right? Like these constant bad thoughts or these thoughts that are distracting us from our purpose. So there's just people squawking, I feel. There's people squawking, there's people talking. And I feel like you're trying to mind your own business. Like you're out in the forest, you're just going for your little walk, trying to connect with nature, and all of a sudden these guys are talking to you. So you're listening to this bird, right? And the other bird over here is eating your food while you're listening to this guy. So just be on guard of distractions and people. Memory. Are you in your memory a lot? Is that what we're going around and around in? Like a relationship, a family member, a friendship that went south, a job? Are we just sitting there thinking of the past? Like trying to distract ourselves from what? Right? What are we trying to distract ourselves from? From these memories? Yeah, distracting ourselves from these memories. We can distract ourselves too with these affirmations because then we're training our brain, we're switching our thoughts. We go from thinking negative thoughts to thinking positive thoughts. But yeah, there's something, I don't know if it's your past memory of childhood or if it's of school or if it's just of all these memories of all these things that people have said to you throughout your life that have stuck with you and haunted you. Yeah, it's just giant squawking. It's just people squawking. You can't do this. You can't do that. Memories of these people, like, trying to dim your light. The influence. Maybe it's friends that you've had in the past that were bad influences on you. And these people are coming into our life trying to distract us with these bad things. Like this is, hang on, like these old, hang on, I'm gonna look it in my book because what is it? Old emotional wounds from the past. That's what these distractions, memories, these influences. Accepting lies is truth. Like hanging out with these guys, like smoking and drinking is cool. It's the only way to go. That's not truth. You know that that's not true. It's this temptation, this shame, this guilt, these memories of anxiety and these memories of discouragement and depression and defeat and just I'm just feeling a lot right now. Like I feel like I'm trying to think of 30 different things right now, but I'm trying to make myself focus on one thing. Caching. Like you're stashing away for a rainy day where you need to, or these are like little bits of information that are helping you. It's like a tally on every day, right? Like today I did my affirmations. Today I told myself I love myself. Oh, I did it today. Oh, I did it today too. Keep going. Every day's a new day to do this. Every day's a new day to feed our brain those positive thoughts in order to get us out of the negative. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is easy to do every single day. There is such thing as this spiritual warfare and psychic attacks and an army of darkness I'm hearing. Just these old emotional wounds that are resurfacing from the past right now. I want you to just, I don't know. I was gonna say I want you to just put them back down there, but I don't. Like if these are old wounds that are resurfacing, it's time for us to go through them and to heal them. We can't just keep putting them back in there and hoping that they don't pop out again for a long time. Like that's never gonna get us anywhere. We have to work through them. And in order to get to the next step or the next stage in our frequency development or whatever, in our enlightenment journey, like we're gonna have to work through those. And maybe this is what you're trying to work through right now. You're working through this old feeling of guilt and shame and not being good enough. And it just sometimes it just takes one bad day to throw us off our course, our path. It's one bad choice. We're one bad decision away from a life that we don't want, is how I feel. Like I know I've always had a very strong like I can always stop things, right? Like I can stop drinking booze without going to like rehab and doing drugs and whatever, like cigarettes and whatever. I've always been able to do that by myself. And that's because that's a coping mechanism, is dealing with things on my own, because I only ever was on my own. I always had to fix my own problems. So for me, this is how I go through my own problems, is by thinking of all these old emotional wounds from the past and going through them like one by one, like, right? And maybe that's what it's asking you to do right now. But it's telling you to stay away from these bad influences, because you're one bad decision away. I don't know why I'm hearing that so hard. I feel like we all are. I feel like flush, like warm. Our angels are with us right now. They're always with us. Yes, Bond. There are good people. Please hang out with the ones that make you feel this love, this bond, this connection, this feel good. You want to be with people who want the best for you, who want good for you. You don't want to hang out with somebody like this who wants to smoke cigarettes and talk crap and cackle and whatever. You want to be with somebody like this, who's going to be there forever, who's holding your heart in the palm of their hand, like they're being gentle with you. You want these kinds of people. You don't want these people. You know, like you can have this or you can have this. Why would you want this? You're going to be sick, right? You want this. It's healthy, right? This is a bond. This is an influence. It's temptation. Yeah, there's a battle within. Oh, and the community popped out. So maybe there's a battle within the community. I'll just move that. Curiosity. A battle within the community, huh? So I don't know if this is a battle, like just an argument with people who are actually in your community, like your neighbors or like people you go to church with, or like the school moms, the hockey moms, the teachers. I don't know. Or if this is an internal battle between the dark side and the light side, between like which wolf are you going to feed? Yeah, or a battle between which path you're going to take. Like, what community are you going to be hanging out with? Are you going to be hanging out with a community that fills you with love, fills your heart up, lets your heart chakra like explode and expand to the point of like, wow, it looks like it's going to explode? You want that. Or do you want this? It's your choice. I'm not trying to be pushy here, and I'm sorry if it comes across that way. I just want what's best for you guys. Honestly, I do. I've had so many friends die of overdoses. I don't want that for you guys. And I'm not saying like, oh, I think you guys are like drug addicts or whatever, but I'm just saying in general, like, I don't want this feeling of like, I don't want I don't want the dark to outweigh the light right now. I'm trying to bring you guys up. And I want to be brought up right now too, because I just feel this vibe. Feel this distance between, yeah, I feel this distance between you and these communities. It's like you're stuck in between the two. It's like I'm hearing, I got friends in low places. So I feel like you have friends in low places and you have friends in high places. And it's like, where do you want to go? I know where you want to go. You know where you want to go. And I know it's hard to say no to people sometimes. And it's hard to break these bonds that we do have, you know? Yeah, you're curious. I feel like you're curious to go back. Maybe this is like a high school type of reunion thing, or like some friends from high school that you used to party with, like, invited you out. And you're like, I'm kind of curious about going. I'd like to go see what it's all about. But at the same time, you already know what it's all about. Right? I feel like you know what it's all about. Yeah, protection. You're protected. This is Archangel Michael's card. He's protecting you. Your angels are always protecting you. Your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, God, whatever you want to call it, the universe, the creator. You're always protected, and luck is on your side. Luck is on your side, yeah, but only if you keep your distance from that side, that bad side. Keep your distance from those people, guys. If you want. Battling thoughts of revenge. So maybe that's something too. Battling this memory, right? Maybe you're battling this thought of revenge. Somebody. You know, if you choose to battle, like, there's two outcomes, right? If it was a real battle, like, what's gonna happen? You have two options. You can, like, pretty much go to jail, because nowadays everybody's gonna charge you. That's like freaking favorite pastime of people. It's charging people, right? Taking them to court, back to court. Like, that's just what people do. Um, you don't want to be put in that situation. I feel like you're protected without having to battle. I want you to know that. Like, you don't have to battle to be protected. Sometimes our silence Yeah, that silence. Oh, I just heard a ring. That where was it? Yeah, a period of unresponsive silence. So say that one of these bad influences has invited you out this weekend, and you absolutely know what these people are about, and you're not about that life anymore because you're about this life. You're about like the love and light life. Like you're about like spirituality, right? You're about growth. And maybe like maybe you just don't respond. Simple as that. A period of unresponsive silence. A tumbleweed moment. Or maybe somebody's asked you to come do that. I had a tumbleweed moment with the person that asked me the other day for that, and I was just like, wow, balls. Just blew me away. Um, yeah, I don't know. I want one more card. Put these guys away for a second. Give me one more card for these guys. That old lifestyle isn't going to nurture you like it once did. It'll dominate you. The whatever in the past, those old habits, those old bad habits, these old friends, these things that we know are no good for us. If we go back to that knowingly, they're going to dominate us because they're going to try to put out our light again. You're not going to let that happen. I know you're not. I don't even feel like it's possible, to be honest, because you're so protected. Yeah, you're the anomaly. You're the anomaly. You're the one that didn't need to go to rehab. I'm not saying that it's some kind of a great accomplishment if you didn't have to go to rehab. I'm just saying it's like you're like that type of person. You have that iron willpower. You're the anomaly. You're the one that's able to break the chains. You are the white buffalo. Like you are this person that everybody's been anticipating. They're waiting for. The world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you to see yourself as you are. To see yourself as you truly are. Not the mask, not the tough guy you appear to be. We want the soft one. When the soft one emerges. I just heard what I thought there was going to be more to that, but just when the soft one emerges is all that I feel like you're emerging. The soft side. When the soft one emerges. Patricia's the hard one. She's the black on the black and white scale there. Trickery. Yeah, just watch out for trickery. Lies, deceits, manipulation. I don't know if maybe now's a good time. Oh, my nose is itchy. That was if maybe now's a good time to just stay away from people and just, go where the wind blows you like a tumbleweed. If it doesn't feel good, don't go there. Blow the other way, opposite direction. I'm proud of you. And if nobody's told you today, I love you guys. I just want to see you guys doing good, looking good, feeling good. Actually feeling good from your heart. I want you guys to get through all these signs of spiritual attacks and just know that some of these feelings might not be yours. And we need to ground ourselves and protect ourselves, right? I really need to take my own advice on that because I don't think I've been doing a good enough job. I'm feeling it, and I really feel its power by going online. So I found that interesting. I can feel the collective energy now. Like, I can feel our collective energy, like in the spiritual lighthouse community here, but I can feel like the collective energy and consciousness of like the dark side as well that's watching. I don't know how to explain that. I feel like, what are they monitoring something? Monitoring spirits? Should look that up because I don't even. Let's see. If I have service again today, I did yesterday. Let's see. Monitoring spirits. Meaning. So, among some charismatic groups, a monitoring spirit is thought to be an evil spirit or demon that essentially monitors someone's behavior for the purpose of inflicting hurt or pain into that person's life. A monitoring spirit is someone called a masquerading spirit or a watcher. According to those who subscribe to this type of doctrine, a monitoring spirit can be sent by another demon, a witch, or anyone with the spiritual know-how. The spirits supposedly monitor what you do, how you do it, what you say, and who your friends are. Their purpose is to gather information to facilitate spiritual attacks, steal blessings, infect with sickness, sabotage success, and generally wreak havoc in the victim's life. And tools of monitoring are purported to include mirrors, brooms, tarot cards, and crystal balls. Supposedly, monitoring spirits can possess or take form of animals such as cats, dogs, blackbirds, rats, wolves, or insects. Monitoring spirits are said to manipulate. Did it just say blackbirds? Spirits can possess or take the form of animals such as dogs, cats, blackbirds, rats, wolves, or insects. That's interesting because remember the black bird that I found in the box of my truck dead. That's interesting. So, monitoring spirits are said to manipulate the dreams of their victims, causing certain motives to recur, eating, having sex, being chased by an animal, looking in a mirror, combing one's hair, seeing one's shadow, or seeing the moon. The question, as always, is whether there is biblical support for the idea of monitoring spirits, blah, blah, blah. So basically, it's like a kind of demon type of thing, right? And I just feel that that's what's going on. I feel the all eyes on me, right? I like that song. I love Biggie. Was that Biggie? Sorry, Tupac? I don't know. I'm a little bit tired today, 3 hours, and I've been up for a lot. So excuse me. I'm only doing one video tonight because I am just tired. So I'm going to take it easy, give myself a little self-love. I hope you guys give yourself some self-love tonight. Yeah, and as always, I hope that you guys like my video. I hope you like, subscribe, share, comment. Let's talk about this. Have you ever felt these monitoring spirits? Have you ever felt like any of the things that we're talking about, like any of these signs of spiritual, like whatever, warfare or whatever, spiritual attacks? Yeah, there's lots of them. Get your crystals, guys, okay? And I love you guys. Be good or be good at it, okay? Have a good night. Weird. And as I said that, this just popped up. Like it flipped right over. Night. So good night. Look at all the crows are going to sleep. Good night. All your haters are going to sleep because you're not dealing with them, guys. I feel like you've decided. I don't think you went. Or I don't think you're going to go with these people. I think you know. I'm proud of you for that decision. That's a very hard decision to make, so good on you. Okay, I love you guys. Have a good night. All right? Bye.